Hello, this is AZN Chow Forever. I'm going to show you the level designer for Runo's new Flash game, Last Legacy. Now, this is still in beta, so there are some limits, but as far as level designers go, you won't find one as open as this. There are tons of things to do, but not enough time, so I'll quickly go through them all, just a basic run over of them. If you want to play this, try it out yourself, just go to the link below, and we will start. So, there is the basic file, which is basically just save, load, new, course info. Basically, the save system for this is a code system, but instead of directly putting the code in, what you will have to do is save it as a .txt file, a notepad file, and then load it as a notepad file. So if you want to play other people, you have to put the code into a notepad, save it as a .txt, and then load that file. Um, for now, Runa does say he might change it, so we'll see about that. Now, the course info is basically all the basic information, the dimensions of the level, the name, and you can also change the far and close background. So there's a lot of room for creativity. You can change different things, have different settings. There's also music, and you can also do gravity if you want to make everything maybe slightly lean to the left or upside down. The edit is the basics. There's the control commands, copy, paste, delete, undo, redo, very basic. And then there is the view, which basically what it does is makes it so that you can see different things only for the level designer, meaning you can get rid of the background tiles and foreground tiles, and you can see which tiles and how, like the specific tiles and which one they are, the grid, zooming out or zooming in. These two buttons right here, what they are, okay, sorry. Okay, these two buttons right here, what they are is they are the foreground and background buttons. When you click on them, they will switch between the background and the foreground. And anything in the background is just for show. You won't be able to do anything with anything in the background. It's just to see, just for decoration. While the foreground is where everything will be, what everything you do will be. So if when you're putting things in your level designer, you want to make sure that you're in the foreground for actual platforming, while you're in the background for designing. Um, so basically, we have the tiles right here, and what you can do is the tiles for this game is very. What they do is they can change with the format, so you can kind of decorate it any way you want, and the land will change for you. So you really need to figure out how the nature of them and how they work before you can really put them together. But it leaves room for a lot of creativity. And you can also, what you can do is you can create blocks with just certain parts, which make it so that they are actually just items now. And meaning you can move them around and you can set movements. We'll get to that later. Or you can also put them as planets. And what planets do is they have a gravity of their own, so they pull the character towards the planet, and so they have to walk around the planet, and the gravity is in the center of the planet. So there's that, and then we have the items, which are there's a vast amount of them just for now. And what the new thing about this is that there are functions now and commands basically, and you can make different things do certain things based on whatever. And it's very detailed. So we'll go through each of them. There's the start, which basically what it does is it's where the character starts. There is the end point, the goal basically. You can have multiple ones of these, and basically what they do is when the character gets to the goal, they beat the level. There's coins, which right now they don't technically do anything, but they're just good things to collect. And then there's the moving platforms, which you can do a lot with. I won't get to that this time. And this thing, this little doohickey right here, you can't really see it right now. Here, I'll change the background for you. There we go. Okay, so what this does is it actually tints things, so you can change colors of any item or tile that you want. What this does here is it stops the use of time or time and space creation, and so you can't make blocks within this box. The button, basically, the button technically doesn't do anything but whatever you want. It's a trigger command. It all works for trigger. So you maybe in another video I will show you this, but for now, that's all that I'll say about it. What this is this is a entrance box, a sort of function box. All it is when something happens, you can use it for pretty much anything. If you want to have something happen when the character walks in this box, you can do that, or you can make this a camera view for somewhere else. It's very handy. There's doors which you can use to connect to other doors or any other place you want. There are signs which you can use to write things down on, and people can read it. And then there's the enemies, which there are only 4 right now. There is the human, the night warrior guy, the mushroom, the rock guy, and the crab guy. I really don't have any other names for them, but that's what I'll name them. And basically, they're just basic enemies. The rock guy is kind of a camo enemy. This guy sort of just attacks. Night would have the most health, and then the crab you can jump on to kill. And then basically what the rest of these are is just decoration, and what you can do is you can rotate them or put them in any way and just decorate your level any way you want. And there is a lot to choose from just right now, and you can put these in both the foreground and the background. I remember, and some of these decoration items will not affect the foreground and the background, but some of these will only affect the foreground and won't do anything for the background. So that is pretty much it. There is also the grid lock, which makes it so that it's easier to place things more organized, since you can place things via grid. And then there's of course the large play button. Down here is the function and the copy paste. In case you don't want to use the control buttons, you can use the control C, the paste, the delete. And this button right here, what it does is it's the function button, and you will use it all the time. Basically, you can click on any item and you can edit it in many ways, and some items will have more options than others, and you will use this for functions, and you will use this for maybe linking, which will be explained later, maybe changing color. But that is it for now. This has been the Last Legacy level designer. I hope you enjoyed it. Maybe it was a bit too long. I'm sorry for that. I'll try and cut it down later. I might have more videos up explaining the triggers and such. But until then, this has been AZN Chow for